Hello and welcome to the Den. My name is Eric and it's Friday. So this week on the Den, we've been doing topics of LGBTQIA, blah blah blah, alphabet soup interest. And today I'm going to be talking about the T, as in transgender. Let's get started. So 5 ways to be a better trans ally. So the first thing is to always ask about people's name and their preferred pronoun. So this is one of those things that can get really tricky because some people have, complex pronoun selections that are different than the ones that we are used to from having grown up with he and her and she and him. It could be as simple as that, or it could be that the person is genderqueer or gender fluid and they're using alternative pronouns like Z and Zir or other sorts of things like that with different spellings. So please make sure that you check with people, or even them is one of the other things that's happening now. So please make sure that you check with your transgender friend and get the appropriate pronoun. And also, too, if you're with someone who you know from before and after, and they change their name, make sure that you use the same correct name that they want you to use. So, it may be as simple as like a slight vowel shift, or it could be something as different as 2 radically different names. This is no different than when somebody gets married and they change their last name. It takes a little time sometimes for people to catch on, but, make sure that you're always using the right name with your transgender friend. So, now that you know that your friend's transgender, be conscientious of when you disclose that information. So, always be careful about outing a transgender person, because you are doing them a disservice, because what they're presenting to the world is the gender that they wish to be known as, right? They wish to be known as a man or a woman or whichever or whatever it is that they choose to be. So make sure that when you're talking to other people outside of that individual person's trusted circle of friends, that you don't wind up disclosing that that person is transgender, because that's not who they are. They are the gender that they are. So tell them that this is my friend, her name is whatever, and be with the program, all right? All right, number 3. Don't talk about surgeries and genitals. This is a question that comes up in almost every conversation with a transgender person, and they have heard it so many times, and it is completely irrelevant to most people's lives, and it is a kind of morbid curiosity for people, right? It's not your business what kind of junk they have unless you are having a sexual relationship with that person, and they will disclose to you in those moments, those very intimate, private moments, what kind of sexual organs that they have. So, don't talk about surgery, don't talk about genitals, because it ain't your fucking business. Okay, number 4. Don't assume somebody's sexual orientation. I have met transgender women who are into either women or men, or both. I've met transgender men who are into men. I've met transgender men who are into women, or both. So your sexual orientation is not tied to your gender. So when you're talking to somebody who's trans, or someone who's transitioning from one gender to another, you can't assume that they're going to change their sexual orientation. That's a crazy, crazy assumption. So let them tell you who they're interested in, and let that be what it is. Number 5. Be conscientious of backhanded compliments and objectification. So, when you walk up to a friend who's a transgender woman and you say, "Oh wow, you look really feminine today," or "You're really passing today," that is a huge fucking insult. And that is not the kind of thing that you need to be doing with your trans friends. They already are going through a lot of personal, emotional, psychological issues about their gender identity, and they don't need reinforcements about how they haven't looked right, or that their body isn't looking right, or that it is finally looking right. That just fucks with people, okay? don't do that to your transgender friends. Compliment them when they look good. You know, tell them that, oh, that's a really nice dress you're wearing, just like you would with any other woman. Or talk about their nice shoes, or that their hair looks really great today. The kinds of things you would say to anybody when they're looking really fine. Tell them that, right? And then, you know, about objectification, like, if you're starting to have feelings for somebody, or, you know, you're going on a date with a transgender person, be conscientious of, like, saying things like, I'm really into trans people, or, like, trans women are, like, so hot to me. Like, that's a creepo thing to say to somebody, because it really negates who they are as a person and places them all in a category of, like, porn. Again, if you're going on a date with somebody, talk to them about things that you're interested in. You know, like, oh yeah, I really like reading these kinds of books, and I like watching these kinds of movies, and what kind of movies are you into? Normal, everyday life experiences, because that is what brings people together. Alright? So there you go, that's my video. I hope you enjoyed this conversation, 5 ways to be a good transgender ally. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. I would really like that. And please share this video with your friends. I hope that this video helps some people. And if it does, please let me know. If you have other questions or comments, please leave them down in the crotch. You can find me here at Men of the Den every single Friday. And if you want to, please reach out to us on any of our social media sites. Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram. We're everywhere. And I will see you all next week. Cheers!